Hey, I am back. Ika Ray here to get into a little information concerning crystals this time. Spirit was like, share some information about crystals that they normally don't get online or normally don't hear about. And also to tell them about your new book that you just finished writing about the ancient, spiritual, and magical wisdom of crystals. A nice little lapidary of a lot of crystals, but the spiritual, magical, and martial influences of those crystals I have in my book. It's only $10, so send me a message if you're interested in that book. Get into covers a lot of crystals, but a lot of information that you normally don't find online. Um, that is in the book. It's coming from some of my Taoist books, kind of very expensive type books, 300, because they're out of print. So, but I'm sharing a little bit of that information in my book. So if you're interested, give me a holla. I'll get back with you. So I'm going to share some information concerning, the elemental functions of crystals and popular ways of cleansing them. In ancient times, oh my God, they took a crystal through a hardcore ritual to awaken its magical and spiritual powers. Like they didn't just throw a necklace on and a ring on as it was fashion, obviously, but they took a crystal through some hardcore rituals to awaken the power in it. Like it is unbelievable the process that they went through to unlock the magic and power of crystals. I mean, it went deeper than just running them through sage and sticking them out in the sun or whatever. Like they went through a whole process, even invoking the gods to awaken the Latin energy in a crystal, and then they work with it. They worked that magic with them stones. Like man, there was some next level stuff in ancient times, ancient China, ancient Kemet. You know, all over in the ancient world, they took crystals to a higher level than what we got going on today for the most part. Very, very it was very when I first started studying crystals and coming from those ancient traditions, man, that was very interesting how they really took it serious when they was working with them stones. Like it went a lot deeper than just having them in your space and just holding them. They carry a natural energy on their own, but when you magically awaken, that's not really taught these days how to magically open or awaken the energy of a crystal. It goes real much more deeper than just hold them in your hand and meditate with them. There's a Latin energy in the crystal that you have to learn how to awaken the magic of the crystal. And you really get the maximum out of that stone once you unlock the energy of it. You know what I'm saying? So information here I'm going to share is coming out of my latest book and out of also some of my Taoist mineral magic books. Because when focusing on the magical power and influence of minerals and stones, their energetic effect can be divided into 5 categories: physical, energetic, emotional, mental, and spiritual. The physical level of the stone's vibration is governed by the earth element. The energetic level of the stone vibration is governed by the fire element. The emotional level of the stone vibration is governed by the water element. The spiritual level of the stone vibration is governed by the Ouija of the spirit. The following are some examples of some of the energetic influences that through which various fire element stones manifest and some of the energetic centers they stimulate. Earth element stones. These magical stones stimulate and balance the energy of the body's lower dantium or the first chakra located at the base of the perineum. Earth element stones are also used in order to draw the body's energetic field downward, rooting the chi in the lower ninth chakra or earthly transparent point, the transpersonal point, located below the bottom of the feet, about a foot underneath the ground. On a more physical level, earth element stones fortify the vitality of the body's bones and tissues. The fire element stones, these magical stones, stimulate the energy of the body's channel system, or the 8 extraordinary and 12 primary, and fortify the vitality of the body's chakra system. On a physical level, fire element stones fortify the vitality of the body's reproductive system, used for treating sexual dysfunctions, fertility, and to induce passion. Endocrine system, used for balancing hormones and treating glandular dysfunctions and digestive systems, used for treating the use of Z or willpower, creativity, sexual expression, and the ability to manifest located below the navel chakra or area and third chakra, also known as the yellow cord, located at the solar plex area. So your fire element stones are using creativity and manifesting and strengthening your willpower. The water element stones, these magical stones enhance communication, stimulate the energy of the body's Wan Shen as expressed through the spiritual communication of the true self or eternal soul. On the more physical level, water element stones stimulate and govern the body's circulatory system, lymphatic system, and the fluids of the body. The water element governs the energy of the middle dantium or the fourth chakra located at the heart chakra and the fifth chakra located at the throat chakra. They are sometimes used in order to assist maintaining emotional balance, alleviating depression, and treat fear-induced sleep deprivation. The wind element stones, these magical stones govern psychic perceptions, intuitions, and tend to be used in order to open energetic portals into the spirit realm. Wind element stones are used to induce visions, facilitate deep meditative states, and enhance mental clarity. On a more physical level, wind element stones stimulate and govern the body's respiratory system, enhance brain function, and stimulate mental cognition. The wind element governs the energy of the upper dantian or the sixth chakra located at the third eye or the seventh chakra. The Ouija stones or the spirit stones, these magical stones are considered to be synchronistic combination of energetic powers and vibrational frequencies to the other four elements. The Ouija stones stimulate the physical, energetic, and spiritual aspect of the body's tissues and can be used in order to stimulate any of the three dantian or seven chakra areas. These magical stones stimulate and balance the energy of the body's upper dantium and seventh chakra located at the top of the head. Ouija stones are also used in order to draw the body's energetic field upward, rooting the body's chi in the upper eighth chakra or the heavenly transpersonal point, located about a foot above the head, commonly used in soul retrieval and high magic. Ouija stones can be also used in order to assist the sorcerer in bringing deep-seated subconscious patterns to consciousness. Because of their immense power, Ouija stones are generally used only for a short amount of time in order to induce radical states of transformational, energetic, emotional, spiritual, to cleanse or to balance the energy field. Something like a Moldavite stone, Tektite stone, something of that nature would be considered like a Ouija stone, a very high vibrational type stone. Care and cleaning. We're going to get into care and cleaning. In order to help retain the vitality and power, it is important for the sorcerer to provide adequate care and cleaning for all of his or her magical tools. Each magical tool works as an energetic extension of the sorcerer's chi or shen. Shen is willpower. A magical stone used for healing purposes can assist a sorcerer in releasing many magical forms of energetic impurities and blockages stored within the individual's tissues. However, some of these release energies will cling to the surface of the stone. If these toxic energies are allowed to accumulate, they will eventually inhibit the stone's ability to work at peak capacity. Therefore, regular cleansing purges the accumulated toxic energies and restores the magical stone back to its natural, vibrant state. The following are some basic guidelines used by sorcerers in order to protect the energy integrity of their magical stones and to assure their maximum powers. When regularly using magical stone tool, scrying ball, ring, mala, necklace, cluster, wand, or stone, clean it twice to 3 times a week. When not in use, place the cleansed magical stone inside the black silk container or pouch and store it in a drawer or cabinet away from the public. Be sure that the thread is completely dry before wearing or storing magical stone malas and necklaces. For example, if you rinse a mala or prayer bead or a magical necklace before you go to bed, leave it to dry flat within 3 feet from your body while you sleep. Do not store magical stones or tools near strong electromagnetic fields. Electrical appliances such as televisions, computers, can energetically disrupt and alter the stone's subtle energy field. Avoid exposing any magical stone to X-rays via the dentist's office, hospitals, airports, security stations. The X-rays will be absorbed into the energetic field of the magical stone and later released into the sorcerer's aura fields. Avoid wearing magical stones in chlorinated swimming pools or hot tubs. Chlorine weakens the natural fiber threads contained of certain stones and adversely affects the surface structure of the stones. Wow. Wearing your crystals in airports exposes it to energy that alters the vibration of your stones. Wow, just learned something new today. Cleansing methods. The following methods are used to clean a magical stone from toxic energy that may have contaminated its energy matrix. Because of their elemental natures, each of the various magical stones require different methods of cleaning. Some of the most popular methods are described as follows. The sun. One popular method of cleaning a stone is to leave it into the sunlight for half a day from sunrise to high noon. This allows the sun rays to burn away any negative imprinting. Avoid excessive exposure to the sun. The sun is considered to be the primary source of energy for all things on earth. However, its power is so great that it will overwhelm most other energies, especially those that have to do with spiritual level of existence. This is why ghosts and other spirit entities rarely appear when the sun is above the horizon. Any working using solar energy specifically can be charged by exposing the item to direct rays of the sun, especially during the 2 months after the spring equinox when the sun's magical energies are at their highest. However, when working with other planets, the item should be shielded from the sunlight as the solar force will tend to deconcentrate the item's energetic and spiritual powers. This is especially true when working with lunar magic. So if you have charged the energy, if you've gotten to the point where you can magically charge your crystals, putting that particular crystal in sunlight will negate the spiritual imprint that you put on the crystal. The sun will banish those intentions straight from the crystal. The energy of the sun is that powerful. So keep that in mind when you have a crystal that you enchanted. You may want to keep it out of the sun because the sun will do away with that enchantment. That's one to grow on. The moon. Because the moon generates spiritual tides that are precisely equivalent to the physical tides of the ocean, it is one of the most important influences on Earth's spiritual realm. Objects exposed to moonlight will pick up a spiritual charge that mirrors the moon's influence, especially at the specific time of the exposure. Therefore, any preparation exposed to moonlight will take on its energies, especially if it contains lunar stones or herbs. Performing a spell or creating a gemstone elixir at the optimal time in the lunar cycle will maximize your magical power. Each lunar cycle begins a new phase of the moon. Depending on the type of stone and the specific intentions you're using it for, certain masters will leave the stones within the energetic field of their altar space for several days when beginning a cleansing ritual. The stone is placed in the center of the altar table for 3 nights during the time of the waning moon when the moonlight continues to decrease. The waning moon is a time of draining energies and is the best time for this type of banishing magic. The theory is that as the moon wanes, so will any residual energies in the stone. It is important to make sure that you place it where it will be in view of the moon for most of the night, preferably outside. After the 3 days have passed, these incantations are spoken and the cleansing ritual is complete. When using the celestial influence of the moon, a sorcerer will utilize the full moon in order to help bring his or her desires to fruition. The new moon is used for darker, more introspective types of magic such as divination. The waxing moon, new moon to full moon, is used for working with increasing types of magic such as creating, acquiring, generating, etc. The waning moon from full to new is used for decreasing types of magic such as destroying, banishing, dispersing, etc. Wind or air can be used to purify and cleanse a wind element stone of impurities. Traditionally, the Taoist sorcerers will pass a magical stone through incense smoke, air, or wind element rising from the incense burner. The smoke from the incense is used to purify the ritual space, alert the gods that a ritual is about to be performed, and draw the celestial deities to the altar. Incense smoke is believed to resemble the swirling patterns of cloud-like energies underlying all matter. As such, the incense smoke infuses both the Taoist altar and the body of the priest with sacred energy. Fire. Fire can be used to purify and cleanse a fire element stone of impurities. Both fire and light are powerful tools used in communicating with the spiritual world. Traditionally, Taoist sorcerers would pass the stone through red candle flames on the earth altar or through the incense smoke rising from the incense burner. The candles represent the light of the sun and the moon, the eternal light of the Tao, and the yin and the yang of heaven. They also represent the eyes of the human body, the windows of the eternal soul. They play a very important role. Taoist rituals, because of their combined light, is a symbol of fire. They are called guiding lights, and they illuminate the path of visiting gods to the place where the ritual is being conducted. Together, the Taoist mystic candles, the altar table, all symbolically form a trinity of power representing the emergence of heaven, earth, and man within the infinite space of the Ouija, or spirit. This is the essential esoteric key of the ancient Taoist symbolism needed to order to enter the spiritual world. They use earth altars. You know, a lot of people, if they have altars set up to the ancestors or altars set up to the gods, they have crystals on that altar. This is an error. Your offerings, the energy of your offerings is supposed to go to the ancestors. Crystals are energy hoarders. They love absorbing energy. So when you have crystals on your ancestor altar or altars to any of the gods, they're going to absorb some of that energy that's supposed to go to the gods that are supposed to use the energy to help you and work with you in your endeavors. So the ancient people had what is known as earth altars, altars specifically made for crystals and their magical items. They didn't put crystals on the altars that they have ancestors or the gods on. The objective for you to feed the gods and the ancestors the energy of the food, the energy of the altar is supposed to go exclusively to the ancestors and the gods, not to the crystals. So it's an advice to take the crystals off your altars and create a separate altar for your crystals. Create an earth altar for your stones, and you only have your food stuff, your flowers, or whatever you're going to have for the gods and the ancestors. That energy is supposed to go specifically to the gods and the ancestors to assist you in your endeavors and other reasons for the ancestors on the other side. Water can be used to purify and cleanse a water element stone of impurities. The ancient Taoists believed that water is the essence of the entire heavens. It is considered to be the original essence of the ancestor of the north. The magical power of water carries and maintains a spiritual significance throughout all generations. Holy water, for example, is the water that has been impregnated with divine light and thus contains condensed heavenly power and the magic that it transforms. Water can be used as a condenser, collecting and retaining water. It can also be used as a powerful energetic eraser. Running the water, in particular, is considered to be an ultimate magical eraser. Any magically charged item immersed in running water will lose its power. This erasing technique works especially well with cold water. For example, one technique used in ancient times to throw hostile spirits and spells off one's track was to cross a cold stream. Wow. While rinsing a magical stone, it is advisable to alternate hot and cold running water for 5-10 second intervals to gently shock the stone into releasing its accumulated energies. In order to avoid cracking the stone, it is important that the hot water not be scalding. One particular method is to leave the stone in a stream or any form of moving water of the ocean for 30 minutes. It is important to make sure that the stone is enclosed in some type of netting or device to ensure that it is not washed away. This process allows for the water to wash away any impurities and recharges the stone as well. Earth. Earth can be used to purify and cleanse an earth element stone of impurities. One common purification method using the energy of the earth involves burying the stone in the soil for 3 days. This allows the energetic field of the earth to drain away any negative imprinting left within the stone. One other method is to use plant life as a form of purification and revitalization. Plants generate living energy and can be absorbed and can be used to transform the disharmonious energy we release daily. At the end of each day, the sorcerer can place the magical stone, power necklace, or mala around the base of a healthy houseplant or lay them on its branches. If possible, place the plant within 3 feet from the bed in order to maintain the stone's energetic connection with your weed field aura. During the night, the stone will be cleared of any accumulated energies. The stone can also be placed outside, underneath, or within the branches of a shrub or a tree for several days. Placing the stone on the grass during rainfall for several hours or overnight would also thoroughly cleanse and recharge them. So, very good information concerning the elemental functions of the crystals, ways to cleanse them. That ancestor of the north, for those of you who haven't studied the celestial ship of the north, by Straighten, I think, they get into the breakdown of who that ancestor of the north is, the old great mother. It's the energy they're talking about of the celestial ship of the north. Very excellent book. Goes deep into the God set. Awesome book. Check it out. Celestial Ship of the North. Gets in deep into a lot of Egyptian mythology. The God Set and his functions. He's been depicted as a real negative deity, but when you read the Celestial Ship of the North, you'll begin to rethink those ideas about the God Set, connected with Saturn and a lot of other energies that God is connected with. So I call him my old uncle for some reason. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this short video on crystals. Check out my book, Ancient Spiritual and Magical Wisdom of the Crystals. I get into it like a lapidary of crystals, get into the spiritual, martial, healing effects of the crystals, information you normally wouldn't find online anywhere, coming from some of my Taoist mineral books. So have any questions, give me a holla. Check out my rune classes. They're on Cosmic Rune Magic on Facebook, and I also have like a private YouTube page. I can send you the link. The classes, I'm doing all of the rooms, sets of 4, so maybe like 6 videos in total, but I'm covering all 24 of the Elder Futhorc and ways to work with this particular energy. For those interested, give me a holla and we can go from there. Until next time.